Okay. I think I'm okay. Yeah. All right. I got everything on. Everything's good. Somebody. Yes. All right. Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm just sort of scatterbrained right now. I'm really scatterbrained right now because, like when you just like work super hard, just like, and you don't stop. And then suddenly you're like, oh wow, it's nighttime. And where the hell have I been? I'm gonna take the fucking thing off. Jesus. I don't really talk into the mic anyway, so whatever. Hi. I have been so busy. So busy. Trying to do cool things and, I don't know, get shit done. How are you guys doing? Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's Ryako, and I'm streaming like always. Yeah, I know you guys are totally bored now. You're like, oh my god, I'm so tired of watching these Metropolis things. No, I know you're not. Or otherwise you wouldn't be here. And if you are here, hey. All right. Thumbs up. Okay, stop it. I'm sorry. I'm just so stupid right now. When I get really tired, when I get really busy, it's like, I don't know. I just get really stupid, but also like, I don't know. Yeah, I just get really stupid. And kind of like frazzled. And though I look like I'm put together, I totally look like I'm put together. I am not. Because inside, I'm like a wreck. But that's okay. Head first only. Hello, Noirjar. Hello, Belinda. Array of Emotions. You know I love you. And I am so glad that you've come to this stream tonight. Because I've scored up to the end of the film, but not the end credits. But I have some composing to play for you. It's not completely done. Nothing is mixed very well or polished in that way that I like, which is like super like neurotic. But it's listenable, and I think you'll get the idea of what I'm trying to do. Array of Emotion says, I think we're ready for more Metropolis. I sure hope so. Marjar, streaming like a demon. Thank you. And First Only says, frazzled is such a great descriptive word. Well, shit, it's my word today. It's my word today, because I am frazzled. I have so much shit to do. I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy to have things to do. I'm always happy to have stuff that I need to work on, including, being commissioned for like 2 songs, 2 beats. Well, 1 song and then 1 beat, and yeah, and it's like for actual monies, which is nice because it makes me feel like I'm a champ instead of like this sad sloth who lives at her desk and drinks coffee and skips lunch. All right. Array of Emotions. It's listenable. Something tells me this is gonna be a massive understatement. I don't want to disappoint you guys. Like, I never want to disappoint, and I don't want you guys to think that this is like the final, because it's not. There's so much. There's so much I still have to like, just little touches, little finessing here and there, and basically throughout the whole thing I have to finesse and tweak and like line up and make it perfect, because that's what I do. Oh god. Head First Only says, frazzles are also my tasty corn-based bacon-flavored treat of choice. That's the bacon-flavored corn. Like, is it like crisps or something? Is it frazzle? I like bacon, and I like corn, and I might like both things together. Oh, Head First Only says, oh, congratulations, way to go, Mel. Ah, And Belinda says that too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I'm busy. So busy. But I still have shit to show you because I have been working all day. And like when I mean all day, I mean I've also been working like a crazy person since Monday. And when I mean I just mean all day. Wake up, eat breakfast, work, dinner, maybe watch something to like relax, some Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something, and then go to sleep. Or work some more and then go to sleep late. This is how it goes. Headfirst only says, yeah, but they look like streaky bacon. Oh, the frazzles. The frazzles. Yee. Bacon. Why not just eat bacon? Can I just eat like a whole... You know, I've done that. I've eaten a whole pack of bacon. Like, in one sitting. Yeah, I was like, hey, you know what I should do? And this was in America, all right? So it's not like a tiny weenie pack. It's like a serious pack. So like one morning, I decided, hey, you know what would be a great idea? I want to cook all this bacon and just make a pile of bacon. And then I want to eat the pile of bacon. And I did. And it was glorious. But, yeah. Probably wasn't good for my heart. Oh, God. Okay. Rave Emotion says, American bacon is serious business. It is serious business. Like, I don't know how they do that, but it's like, I love American bacon. I smuggled packs of American bacon back to Europe. That's how much I love American bacon. Yeah, I know, that's probably illegal. I love American bacon. I think American bacon is some of the best bacon, like, ever. Like, I don't know how they smoke it with like 1,000-year-old like cedar wood or something like that. Like something lovely. But whatever it is, it's like, I don't know, just pump me full of nitrates. Delicious. Yeah, American bacon is serious business. And Headfirst only says, I admire your life choices. You shouldn't. I make bad choices. I could have easily just been like, oh yeah, and then like I cooked up a bunch of vegetables and then I sat down and I ate a big plate of vegetables. And surely that must be like healthier or a better choice at the very least. But yeah. Noirchar says, as have I always eat all bacon. Yes. I know, right? Rave Emotion says, smoked with the wood from Jesus's cross. It's like crucifix bacon. It's so holy. It's a fucking sacrament. Like, this bacon, it's filling me with the Holy Spirit. In nomine Patris, Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Amen. And yeah, I busted out the Latin for you. Marshall says, I would buy a half pig, and it was the best big old slabs of bacon. That sounds so good. Ooh, I love roasted pig. I love just like pork in general. And bacon is like beautiful, really beautiful. Headfirst only says, I was watching Nadia Hussein's food program this afternoon. Oh yeah, she's cool. She spoke to a tree surgeon, and he was the absolute master of choosing which wood to smoke for which barbecue food. It was incredible. Was it applewood? What is he like busting out like applewood? It's the best. Or like cedar or something. I don't know. I don't know what kind of trees they use. I don't know, but they're magical. And they're holy. Hey, the French doggy! Hi! Hello! How are you doing? Noirchar says, the pork chops were awesome. Thick as a dictionary. Oh my god! That sounds so good! Ooh, thick pork chops. Ooh, I hope you had some good sauce or something. Nice. Sorry, I love food. Shit. Yeah, I love food. And I need to like be a little bit more careful because I've been like I was like carbon it up from Thanksgiving. I was like, oh look, you know what's great? Pie. I'm gonna make a pie, and it's like I'm gonna eat a pie, and it was good. Oh my god, it was the best. Head First Only says he had apple and cider and all sorts of obscure wood from trees he'd pruned or cut down. That's crazy. It's a real art. M. Nights, what you doing here? What you doing here? The French Togi says, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired too. Let's be tired together. But don't worry. You can all like, I'll play some music for you and like lovely Metropolis and stuff like that. I don't know. It's kind of relaxing, but it's also like, I don't know. You don't have to be too engaged. You know what I'm saying? Noirshire says it was worth it, costly, but worth every bite. Oh my god! So that's a good idea. I want to get like I want like to get a. If I had the freezer and fridge space, I would, but I don't. I have a tiny ass fridge and a tiny ass freezer, and so I cannot get an entire or even a half pig. Too bad. But I'm wearing a nice dress today. It's this cool like black velvet thing with like lace, and it's got these like crazy ass shoulders that are like reinforced and shit. They're like, it's really neat actually. But I'm cold, and so I put on some leggings because it's a fucking dress, and it's actually quite cold here in Belgium. I'm cold. My attic is usually cold, and it's cold in the winter, hot in the summer, so comfortable. So yeah, I put on some leggings and some socks because I'm fucking freezing, but I'm still gonna wear a cool dress for you. There you go. Yeah. Basically, the French Dougie says his nephews are fine and they kicked his ass on Fortnite. Nice. Aw, that's so sweet. And they wanted to kick his ass again, but he's like, nah, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to kick my ass. Anyway, so hope you guys are doing okay. What else? Shit, what else has been going on? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What day is it? It's Wednesday. I don't know the date. I don't even know. That's how... Oh, it's the 2nd. It's December already. And somehow... I don't know. I think I missed that. So, clearly I've been working a little too hard. And it'll keep happening. But, yeah. So, got some nice stuff for you to show you. It took me, like, I was really, like, right down before streaming. I was, like, right down to that minute, just right down to the end. And it's, like, yeah. It's pretty, I was really down to the wire rendering a video for this because, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of finessing to do. And with endings, whenever you're, like, scoring any kind of... When you're ever... Okay, doing, like, this film, it's taught me a lot about pacing, about, like, cinematic pacing, and also how to approach music for something like this. Something where there's no dialogue. And towards the end, it's, like, at the end of, like, I think every film, either there's a huge build-up or something like that, and then it's, like... Whoosh, and then it's, like, catharsis. And it's like that. And when you don't have the dialogue, you don't have those moments where it's like you can kind of go silent for a second. You have to sort of find a way to do that, but with music. And I think I've done it, but I hope I've done it. Oh, Head First Only says that his aunt is 92 today. Happy birthday to Head First Only's aunt, who is 92. Lived through the motherfucking depression. Damn. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wars. Been through the wars. Like probably quite literally. Amazing. And yeah, you should I hope you sent her like a gift or something, or like at least a card saying, "So glad you're still alive. Happy birthday." Something like that. But with class and tact. At first only says, I guess for the credits you want to do whatever the opposite of an overture is. What is the opposite of an overture? Head first only asks. Array of Emotion says, an underture? But oh dear. Oh dear. I think this is the time where I just do this like yeah. Okay. Sure. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I mean, I did the opening credits. Like, I did the opening credits, even the stuff in the beginning of the DVD. So, I'll definitely do something for the end and try to, like, kind of make sure it sort of matches up a little. Or at least, carries the same, like, emotional pull. Yeah. Head first only says, I sent her a book about a shepherd in the Lake District, and she loved it. Aw, you sent her a book. That's nice. Ah. Array of Emotion says, I may not be a dad, but I can make dad jokes. Oh, God. Yeah. Duff French Doggy says, preparing for the future already. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Yeah. Right. So, does anyone else have any news? Anything else you want to tell me? Anything you want to share with everybody other than Head First Only Aunt, who's turned 92 and will probably live longer than all of us? Yeah. She'll live longer than all of us. Yeah. I'm so glad you're back, Belinda, by the way. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing okay. Oh, if you're wondering what's in this, it's just like tea. Look, I have a lame ass tea bag. So hot. Why am I doing this? I'd like to put it in like those little like insulated bottles, but then they makes it too hot. It keeps it too hot. And so now it's too hot to drink. And now I can't drink it. I'm gonna like burn my fucking face. Yeah. Head First Only says, I'll have lots to share tomorrow, but it's a secret until then. Okay. Head First Only has secrets. I know that he's working on finishing his album, The Geometry of Sleep. And if you guys don't know about that, sorry. If you guys don't know about that, it's basically he's made this sort of like ambient album that's focused and has like different titles and is sort of like kind of shaped around things involving sleep, like anxiety dreams or, restoration, like lots of things. And that's what he's doing, and he should be releasing it on the 4th, I think. Was it the 4th? Anyway, yeah. Tacky Please says, I was tempted to join the conversation about food, but the only proper way to do it is in French. Of course. Of course. Tacky Please is Jerome. Hey, Jerome. And he's French. So, like, yeah. Probably the proper way to talk about food is in French, and it's true. Another French person, the French Dougie says, yeah, it's been a long time. I hope you're doing okay. You still in Lyon? I don't know if you are. I don't know. And also, yeah, haven't seen you guys in a while. You and Mono, haven't seen you in a while. But hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you're holding up all right in the middle of this crazy pandemic shit. Yeah. Tacky Please says, oh yeah, I keep missing your Twitch thing. Oh, I know. Yeah. It's okay. Lots of people are missing my Twitch thing. It's just, I think people are busy, or like maybe they don't want to watch silent films. scored by yours truly. Maybe they don't want they're like, fuck this shit. Black and white movies from like 1927. What is the point? And the point is that they're amazing still. Techiplia says, I think about it on Thursday. Yeah, that's like the day after. It's okay. You're here now. And you're here now. All right. Let me go to the display. Always late to the party, he says. It's okay, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It's nice to see these faces again. Or names. Names, faces. Yeah, nice to see you guys again. Play some music. Okay, I'm going to switch to display. Derp, derp, derp. Okay, so where did we leave off last time? Hold on, let me just start. Let me just do this thing. There we go. Alrighty, let me check the volume because, like, I know that I fucked with the volumes a little last time. So, all right. Let's see. Where do we start from? Okay. So we have a couple choices here. I can either start from a certain part, I don't know where you want me to start. I've scored all the way to the end of the film, but I've not done the credits. And yeah, I don't know if where you guys would like me to start, because I don't know how much you're willing to sit through. That's my main concern. How much are you willing to sit through? Yeah. Do you want me to start at the guitar place or after the guitar place? If just somebody let me know, and I'm going to, yeah. Or if you want before that, I've got that too. I've got it all the way to here. So I've got that whole scene plus all the way to the end of the film. So it's a solid, it's a solid 52 minutes. So yeah, guitars for head first only, and for you, Da French Dogie, you got it. All right. Get ready. Gonna get ready for this motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. That's not a song I wrote. Okay. Okay, ready, set, go.
Say it, Malayas, Maleficarum. revecarum.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. I just like teared up. I'm so sorry. Because I haven't gotten to watch that all the way through, and so this is like the first time, and I'm like, ugh. So shit. Hold up. Okay, when I listen to music, and sometimes when I'm really like moved by it, I cry. I cry like a bitch, like a bad baby bitch, and so I cry, and like, oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Get it together. Get it together. Yeah. So that's what I did. Shit. It was so hard. And I still haven't polished that at all, but I think it's a good ending. Like, I don't know. It was really tough. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna read some of the comments. Yeah. Head first only says, that was bloody epic. The choir nails it. Thank you. And better than any of the soundtracks of the versions I have on disc. Thank you. Yeah, I love a good epic ending. And Knight says, that was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And Norshar says, awesome. Rev Emotion says, gong, very epic. Thank you. Norshar says, it was worth the wait. The wait? What's my cat doing? Anyway, Head First Only says, the drop to just the piano for the climax is perfectly judged. Thank you. It was to sort of like, I wanted to make it for a moment, like really intimate. And then big again. So it's like, you know how I like to, I intersperse a lot of like, I like to give your ears a break, like a lot of quiet moments. And like I have a couple of them, I throw them in there. I kind of break it down, then I switch it up again and it goes big. So it's so that even in the epic, you know, even during an epic thing, like, you know, when, like when they're chasing Maria or like they're burning her or like, all this, just these moments that are huge. They're really, really big moments. And then you have to kind of breathe a little. It's like almost like you hold it in. And if you hold it in too much, if you don't give that break, then it'll sort of take away. It'll distract. I think it'll distract from the story. And also it'll also sort of make it tiresome to listen to. And I don't want to. I want you to keep listening. I want you to sit through this film, but I don't want you to feel like it's a chore. I want you to sit through it, and like, I want you to love it the same way I love it, and just to see it like for all that it's worth, because I think so many things get overlooked when they're like a little bit old or a little bit like, you know, so it's black and white. You know, there's no talking. And I mean, technically it's like in German. So it's like you kind of do this thing where you're like, okay, you kind of get bored and you're like, I'm gonna turn away. I'm like, look at my phone. But I think with something like this, if I can switch it up enough and I can give you enough reasons to just sit and listen and watch, and it's like, I'm gonna try. Yeah. Yes. Head First Ollie says, not gonna lie, tearing up a bit here. You absolutely excelled yourself with this. Reached high and grabbed it with both hands. Thank you. I'm not done. Like, I still have to do like the little ending credits. I still have to go through this, polish it, make sure it lines up absolutely perfectly, and also just like I have to make sure it's like exactly the way I want it. And it's yeah. And I don't know, it's just like I gotta give it the kind of like respect it deserves, because I think that it's such a cool film. And I yeah, give it that respect. Also, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna teach myself how to score films. That's a good idea. At the beginning of because I started this technically, I think it was like April, maybe like right at the end of April or something, or maybe at the beginning of April. I don't know. So maybe April, and then it was like I'm gonna work a bunch, and then I'm gonna take a short break to work on some musical stuff, and then go back to this. And yeah, it's like I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should try to finish this by the end of the year. And this is before I actually got through the first like 20 minutes. And then this is before I understood. I started to really understand just how long this takes, because it takes an absurdly long time to just get through like an hour. Jesus Christ. Oh, Duff French Doki says, I'm not crying, you're crying. Narsha says, I get that with many current shows. I just fast forward through the delayed gratification. Yeah. I just don't want, I want you to like really, at the end of watching this, I want you to feel like you've been on like a journey, an epic one. You know, I want to give you that. Headfirst Only says, gave a 93-year-old film an emotional supercharger. Well, this is supercharger. Like, that's what I do, right? I mean, kind of. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. This is my first film. I don't really know. I'm just doing it because it seems right. Says, you definitely enhanced it. Norshar said, thank you. Robin says, well, you are at a good point already. Thank you. I'm trying. There's only like so much I can fit in during the day when I'm conscious. And so like some things like take a little bit of a, you know, like a back seat. So I don't master everything, or maybe I don't mix as well as I should. And it's like, I have to, I don't know. It's like, you have a choice basically when you're composing something like this. And you're like, you're on a roll. Sorry, what? You're on a roll. And you're like, okay, I have a choice to either stop and do like the micromanaging and all the little details and all the little finessing things, or I can just keep like stay in this weird kind of like this weird sort of slipstream or flow or whatever you want to call it, and just feel it out, just let that sort of emotional thing like take you. And I don't know how it is for you guys when you make music, but for me it's like I get so like overwhelmed, and like I'll like cry. I cry a lot. I'm a crier. It's terrible. Yeah. Good thing I'm wearing waterproof. Shit. Yeah, no, it's like when I have like there's an emotional scene, I want to really feel it, and I do the cry test. So basically, if it's like it needs to feel like it's going to like kind of just overwhelm you to the point where only that exists. That's it. Gunner Zero Recall, you're here. What are we crying about? The end of the film. Cause, yeah, I finished composing for the end of the film. So I just played through like, I made you guys sit through like fucking like 30 minutes or what, I don't know how long, of just straight through. I just let it play on through. You just missed everything, Gunner Zero Recall. Shit. Let me scroll back up and I gotta read these things. Oh, Headfirst Only says, this has to get, Array of Emotion said, you might even make your end of the year deadline. Yeah, maybe I will. My fingers crossed. Headfirst Only says, this has to get a wider airing because it's pretty fucking special. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Marshar says, agreed, I want to show my friends. Watch party maybe? Yeah. I can do that. Can I do that? Am I not going to get in like super bad trouble. They're gonna like sue me and be like, bitch, that's not yours. Yeah. You wouldn't really want to show me off. Thanks. I work hard enough. Oh, damn it. I'm just like really like, I just love this movie. So, and I just want other people to love it too, you know? Yeah. Taki Please says, you pretty much nailed the pace and the mood. Thank you. I just like watch it over and over again. Usually if I'm gonna do a scene, I have to just watch it for like a stupid amount. Like, I don't know how many times. I just need to watch it and then sort of feel it out. Gunner Zero Recall, you missed it. I'm sorry. You're late to the party. I played like, like half an hour. M. Nights is right, but a good 30 minutes. Thank you. Good 30 minutes. Yeah. You missed it. You missed me like kind of tearing up and crying and like, because it was like the first time I've actually watched the whole thing through. Because when I'm making it, I'm like, oh shit, I have no time. I gotta render a video now, and oh my god. And I have only such and such amount of time left, and I gotta render this music, and then I have to render this video, and then oh my god. So yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry you're late, dude. Hey, shit, maybe I'll play it over again. Actually, I'll probably go through some stuff with you. Because I can't just like play this for you and go like, goodbye, see ya. Because yeah, then I won't talk about like, I can't talk about any of the weird ass shit I did in this. Marjai says, I just had an image in my head of me running down the street holding sign with your face, screaming and shaking people. Nice. They'll be frightened. They'll be like, what the hell's this shit? Crazy woman? You crazy. You're so crazy. Yeah. I would be a bad advert person, Marshai says. I would be too. I'm terrible at that. At marketing in general. I'm just terrible at it. Unless I believe in something. If I believe in something, I can like talk people into like doing stuff. Like, I guess the word you want to use there is, I convince. I can convince people quite well if I believe in something, and then I can break down their will. No. No, I can usually just like sell it. I can sell it. Yeah. So I'm okay. Yeah. Did you guys you liked it then? It's all right. Yeah. There's a gong. Yeah. Of course I'm going to put a gong. Yeah. Yeah. Any questions? Nope. Just like, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know really like what I still don't, I don't know. I kind of don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know like the words. What are the words for stuff? I don't know. I just make it, and it seems like the right thing to do, so I do it. No questions, just sitting here stunned. Headfirst only says, "Why are you stunned? Is it because I did this, or because I managed to do it and I didn't give up halfway?" Because my god, I would have given up, but I'm like so stubborn to the point where I can't give up. I have to be like a stubborn bitch and I have to just get it done and grind it out and like just, and you know what? I love doing it. Actually, I didn't know it. I didn't know that I liked it. But now I do because I forced myself to score. I didn't know that, but I enjoy scoring so much. I love it. It's so satisfying in this very odd way. It's very satisfying. It's because it's, you know, again, it's like storytelling, but in like, again, in a different way. And I know when we write music and we make albums and we do all of that, and we're telling sort of like our own story. But when I get to tell a story that I didn't write. It's like I get to just do this. It's like there's also like a lovely sort of, I don't know, it's like freedom with some restraints, but not a lot. It's just like I just do it. And like, because this movie is old, because there's no like dialogue, I don't have to worry about making the space for the dialogue, and rather I treat it like it's a song, like a really long song, like and like a big fucking DJ mix, and I have to give you those moments, you know, so you can just like and then go blah. Yeah. At first only says, you have so leveled up with that sequence. Thanks. I worked really hard on it. I haven't been sleeping well. I had to like Xanax it up last night to just get the fuck to sleep. And I don't know. It just sort of consumes me. Yeah. As you do, yeah. Yeah. Noirjar says, you make it look fun and easy. I know it's very difficult. It is. And do I make it look fun and easy? Wow. Because it's like so hard, but in like a really like, oh, I'm just gonna just challenge myself. How about I just challenge myself? Because every bitch out there was like, I'm gonna learn how to make sourdough bread, and like, I'm gonna clean out my attic. And, you know, like at the beginning of lockdown, quarantine stuff, it's like, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's nice, but how about I just give myself something where I have to really just, I just want to like really torture myself. I think, and it was like, I'm just gonna do it so I can learn. And then now it's like, oh, I can score. I'm actually pretty good at this. Like I feel like I'm good at. I don't know. I might be just like, you know, you guys might be like paying me lip service, being like, oh yeah, it's so great, and then be like, it's actually shit. No, but I think I'm all right with this. I think I'm good at scoring. I'm gonna try to score other things, maybe, but for actual monies, that would be nice, like jobs. Oh. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Marshall says, I'd never finish it. I'm super proud of you. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thanks. Array of Emotion says, yeah, I suppose if it'd be a modern movie, you'd have to go about it in a completely different way. Yeah, you know what? I think that a modern movie would be easier. Because you get to have these. They're in a modern movie, like the cuts are different, the pacing's different. There's dialogue, and there's background stuff. There's background noise. In this, you've got nothing. You're starting from like zero, and so you have to kind of create, the atmosphere with just whatever you have, and you have to make it seem natural, and you have to make it be engaging. But also it has to fit emotionally, and it can't be loud all the time, and it can't be quiet all the time. If it's quiet all the time, it gets boring. If it's loud all the time, it gets tiresome. And so, yeah, that's how I kind of see it. Anyway, yeah. So, I've got some like end credits to still compose for, but I guess I'll do that later. Not now. I guess I should go over some stuff with you. Let's see. What did I change? I'm trying to figure out what if I changed anything. I think everything from the Malleus Maleficarum scene. That's when I start rapping, and then it goes like, yeah. It gets pretty nuts, and then that's when it's like I composed from about, I don't know, it kind of went off like at the end of last time. I think I stopped around the part where like he's like, you know, freaking the fuck out. Yeah, that's it. Gunner Zero Recall says, just had a moment of panic for like 5 minutes. Oh my god, did you have a panic attack for 5 minutes? Are you okay? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Deep breaths. Do like Lamaze, like whatever that is. I don't know. All right. So but starting from I think I messed with stuff around starting a little bit with the rapping part, but really Headfirst only says, you stopped when the thin man was striking his henchman poses and being completely useless. Yeah. Because all he does, like at the end, the reason why, by the way, you know how I was, how I talked about how like the thin man, how I usually play this sort of like, there's a kind of like an odd sort of string instrument, like that's kind of twangy, kind of like a banjo, but like, not. The reason why I don't play that after this is because he doesn't have a real role anymore. Like, he doesn't really exercise his evilness. Evilness? Yeah. And so, yeah. Oh, Gutter Zero Recall says, no, a patient told us he had tested positive for COVID after having an invasive procedure, and we don't have the COVID PPE on at the moment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's pretty serious. Okay, Gunner Zero Recall, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. If you're sweating bullets, it's okay. Like, just, oh my god, let us know that you're okay. Yeah? So yeah, that's why I don't put the thin man's instrument in there anymore. It's not about him anymore. He's not having any moments. Like, even in the guitar scenes, like where there's like hold up. Where are you? Okay, here. Yeah. So here in this scene, it's like, so he comes in, he doesn't really do anything after this. He's just kind of like there, and he's like informing him about like, hey, your son's there, or like, here's what's happening. But he doesn't really do that much. He doesn't really like, he's not really an active character anymore. He's there, but he doesn't do much, and he doesn't really do the evil thing. He's just like a secretary then, like his man servant secretary. Okay, I'm gonna read this. All right. Gunner Zero Recall says, he was off. We had to make some phone calls, but he was negative. Thank God. But damn, did we all have a panic attack for a sec. I'm so sorry. I would be having a panic attack too. And fucking shit, that's scary. And you're in a scary place. Gunner Zero Recall, by the way, works in a hospital. And that is some scary ass shit. So, I hope that you and... I feel like you need like some drinks. Or some weed or something. Like, somebody. Or, like raid the pharmacy. As a type 1 diabetic, it would have been hell for me. Oh, Jesus. You're type 1 diabetic, too? Oh, my God. That's terrible. Yeah. I know what you mean. God, you're just, like, extra vulnerable, I guess? Yeah. I don't want to say you're fragile. Like, but you're extra vulnerable to, like, pretty much everything. And you probably wouldn't have the same kind of, the same immune system response. Like, yeah. Gunner Zero Recall says, I am a very fragile soul. I am sorry you're a fragile soul. I'm sorry. I hope you are okay. Oh my god. Take care of yourself. Noirshar says, take care. Noirshar says, I always thought henchmen should be more able. A villain cannot villain efficiently without a good henchman. Yeah, henchman, yeah. So he doesn't really do much. So that's why, if you're wondering why I don't put that in, it would be a distraction. So this whole scene is just like, it's the whole like guitar thing. Like messing with that, with the little like, with that, his sound. It's not, because it's not about him now. It's not about that character anymore. It's about him. It's about Yo, Frieder said. It's all about his sort of. I mean, in these shots, it's always about him because he's the one who's actually changing as a person, as a character. It's not just that he's actually in danger of losing like pretty much the one thing he loves, which is his son, Frieder. And so now he's worried. And now he's like actually, yeah, you can see him. He goes from like super stoic in the beginning to like very emotional and very shaken. So, yeah. Okay, let me read this. For real though, I've been extra careful, but I figured if I get it, it'll be through someone's stupidity, Gunner Recall says. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Please take care of yourself. And I hope people aren't too stupid around you. Headfirst Only says, and that moment on the screen is the moment when the Thin Man loses relevance. Exactly. So he stops being important because he's not gonna like there's no henchman planning. There's no like villainy left. It's all about what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get my son? How's he gonna live? And what's gonna happen? Because I have just made it possible for these workers to break all the machines, which in turn is like breaking the city, and all these people are could die. There was like a flood. It's flooding. People, it's like, and I could lose my son because I wanted to be all manipulative and start a revolt. And yeah, it's and it's really interesting because he starts off in the film like not seeming to value anybody except himself. Not even not even cool guy Yosefat, who is here, this guy, because he's like, yeah, I'll help you save the kids. He's also like, cool guy. Yeah. Bromance. Yeah. So that's, I don't know. So you see like Yosefat becomes a cooler character and develops, and his theme, usually when I did his theme, it was really sweet, and it was like kind of fragile as well, but he's kind of grown out of that, so he doesn't need to be pointed out anymore. He's fully a hero. Like, so this theme is like that hero theme. So here, hold on, let me just play it. So yeah, so you see that they've got, now they're all heroes, and basically Maria's a hero, Yosefat's a hero, Frieder's a hero, and so this song, it's not just about one person, it's all of them, because they've sort of stepped up. They've become, I mean, Maria was already like pretty selfless, but they are showing a kind of strength that you haven't seen as a viewer yet. And this is when they become when they level up as people, as stronger people, because they've been through a lot, of course. Headfirst Only says, the Thin Man exhibits all three of the qualities of psychology's dark triad: narcissism, the clothes, Machiavellianism, the plotting, and psychopathy, being a dick to Yosefat. Yeah, no, I totally know about the three qualities of the dark triad, dark triad. So basically, if you don't know, in psychology, there's something called the dark triad. And when you see these, they're usually these personality factors that are usually present in people that, you know, do bad things. So you'll see like a high level of narcissism. You'll see like you'll see a kind of a lack of conscientiousness. Oh god. What is it? What is the there's a whole thing. It's called OCEAN. It stands for openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion. I can't remember. something narcissism, and there's something, oh god, I'm trying to fucking remember. I can't remember right now because I am frazzled right now. But basically you look at these there are lots of personality factors, and there are a lot of qualities that are in shitty people, and usually they're this combination of qualities, like the dark triad, the narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. It's all like together. When it's all together, openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. That's what Head First Only just posted. Yes, that's right. It's OCEAN. And clearly, the Thin Man is not very open, nor is he conscientious. Extroversion, he is kind of, I don't know if you'd say he's high in extroversion. Probably. He's certainly not gonna hide. Agreeableness, not very agreeable. And neuroticism, he's probably neurotic, I would say. So you look at all these people, and you can usually assess people using these 5 traits, and you can kind of like I don't know, you can like think about it yourself, you know, how open are you to new experiences? You know, how conscientious are you? Do you care about what others think? Are you concerned about how people will view you? Are you concerned about hurting people? Some people aren't. That's how it goes. And for someone says, probably. Look at that suit. That high collar screams neurotic. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Gunner Zero Recall says, I take all the precautions I can. I'm just annoyed with America and how we're handling this COVID stuff. Yeah. It's just, I feel like it could be handled better. And it's certainly not your fault or anybody. Like, I don't think like most people in the healthcare industry, I don't think it's their fault. I think you guys are trying to do what you can with a certain like limited like resources. You're just getting it done. But still, I mean, overworked like a lot. Robin says, and God. Oh, something with God. I don't know. This is just, yeah. So that's what that is. Okay. So I guess here, what else did I change? If I changed anything. Now, I didn't really change much here. It's only like when I just changed a little bit of the mixing, but compositionally I didn't really do that. Yeah. No, I'm trying to think of what I did. I think I may have added some choir stuff because I thought, hey, that's a good idea. Because what I did, I introduced the choir stuff in the Malays Maleficarum section with it when I like rap. So hold on.
Amaranth strikes me in the back. Claim they're exterminating me on God's behalf. They want my tears, but I just look at them and laugh. Am I not what you asked for? Not what you prayed for? You're a fearless leader. Great.
So I like the whole like stabbing of this choir kind of going because that kind of reminds me of like whenever you would like hear like kind of scary scenes, like an exorcist kind of thing or demon kind of thing. It always reminded me of that kind of almost like stabs of voice. And I thought, This is great. So I use the choir here.
They want my
So I decided to put the choir back in on these sections. So I was like, all right, because I talked about this before. I talked about taking a theme that was, you know, if something's introduced, like something a little bit newer, I usually like to take a little bit from, I'd like to take a little piece of that, and then I like to put it in there, because I think it'll help tie it together. It won't sound out of place, and it'll sort of justify, like, those things will help and they will enhance. And I don't use choirs really in a ton of stuff except for like a few situations, and so I won't put it everywhere. I'll put it in the places that need that kind of that emotional pull, like you need to really feel it, and that's why I put them in there. And so when evil robot Maria is being like burned at the stake, that to me is like, that's a big deal. All right, when like they've all become like crazy and bloodthirsty, and they're like, we want blood, and like, you killed our kids, and it's like, yeah, and they become like terrible. They want to kill her for her, you know, it's like, let me just like murder you because you murdered, kind of thing. You know, it's like a weird sort of thing. It's a reaction of, not only is it just like a quick reaction, it's impulsive, but it's also one, I think, that's made out of shame, because they didn't think things through before they started destroying all the machines. And because they didn't think things through, it led to their children possibly getting killed. And they couldn't see that, and they forgot their fucking kids. So yeah, there's a kind of shame they try to hide with aggression. And you'll see that in a lot of, it won't just be in like films. You'll see people who try to hide shame with aggression. And then, yeah, I know that sounds weird, but how, like, I mean, yeah, like, it's just, it's sad. It's sad, and it's something that, and I'm looking at the chat here, and they're talking about like, that the head first only says, the fact that the US has a primo grade narcissist in charge isn't helping you develop a coherent containment strategy either. Yeah. So you've got a narcissist in charge, and his reaction to feeling like, to like sudden like shame, a situation where he should be shamed, trying to like cover that up with aggression. Like, no, I'm gonna sue you. No, I'm gonna be all like, I'm gonna be an asshole to you. It's, I mean, yeah, motherfucker. Okay. So yeah, I guess, should I play something over for you, or I don't know. Norsha says, kind of interesting watching them gather blindly behind her. Then they're blind to need to blame anything but themselves. You speak faster than I can type. Yeah. So yeah, they would rather just blame this like evil robot Maria. But it's like, and I know that technically, like, isn't she's supposed to be kind of a villain? But I don't know, she's cool. I like her. I think she's like amazing. Like the songs that I do sing or like rap like that, that's all about her. And that's from like kind of like her perspective, because of course the character I identify with most is her, because she's kind of evil, and I'm like, hey, I get you. You're an interesting, complex character, and you have your own motives. That's kind of awesome. And yeah, I like that. And I feel like it's so easy with this film. It's so easy to just say, oh, there's a good guy and there's a bad guy, and clearly this is a bad guy. This is a villain. But I don't know. I think that I can present it in a way where you're not really like, where you don't really view her as a hardcore villain. I mean, technically, isn't she just following programming? She's not really like that much of a villain, is she? I mean, if anyone should be accused of bad behavior, it should be these people, right? These people, and maybe like some other people, the rich people. I don't know. Just she's not the worst one. And I think when you see like a lot of stories from the past, from movies that, before they got really, I think before they tried to make them very complex, it's like it was easy to make like really simplistic good guy, bad guy, protagonist, antagonist, and now we are, as a modern audience, as modern viewers, we've gotten used to the anti-hero. We've gotten used to flawed characters. We've gotten used to, instead of being a black and a white, there's a gray, and there are lots and lots of grays instead. Kind of like this film. But black and white joke. So yeah, it's kind of like that. And so I don't know if that was the intention. I don't know, obviously, originally what Fritz Lang's intentions were. But I think that because we live at the time that we do, because we've been so exposed to anti-heroes, all that stuff, and I think we're more open to the idea, and that's where this film stops becoming whatever it is that the director intended. Instead, it's art, and we can almost give it our own perspective, our own twist, our own whatever flavor, whatever it is. And we, instead of somebody assigning it to us, we can take whatever we're feeling and put it into that instead, and see it from a different perspective. And so the music is meant to reflect that. And I think that that is a demonstration of art. That's what art is. It's not somebody like feeding you answers. It's you having answers within you. Does that make sense? Okay. First only says, a person is smart, people are dumb, panicky animals, and you know it. Men in Black. Noirshard gets it right. Noirshard says, I haven't been an anti-hero fan since Elric. Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I just feel, again, it's just, I feel like, when we're like, again, we're so used to, like, certainly in the past, it was a lot easier to kind of feed people stories, easy stories. But now we live in a time where we can accept complexity. And yeah. And I think, I don't know, I think that's what you can do with this film. So that's what I did with music. I just sort of, in my own mind, I created, I made her less of like a villain, and more like Noirshar said, more like a tool. She's a tool that was used. She's, like how the Malleus Maleficarum, that's translates to Hexenhammer, or witch, the hammer of witches. And I don't know, it was a treatise on, like, that was anti-witch, all the anti-witch practices. Like, this is how you find a witch, this is how you can tell if she's actually a witch, or if she's, incongruous with the beast, or whatever you want to call it. And so I was thinking, wouldn't it be, it's interesting, because, and she's not, I don't know, they call her witch, but really she's more like a tool. of that, of I don't know, of whatever, of people's designs. And I don't know, maybe she's the hammer. Who knows? It's all open to interpretation. God. All right. So yeah. Oh, you guys are talking about a movie with Chris Hemsworth. I think it's a Men in Black one, but I can't watch it because I didn't know about it until now. Oh my good God. Yikes. Oh my God. I'm catching up with this chat, and Robin says, I get you. Thank you. Thanks. Somebody gets me. No one ponders that mad scientist wanted to get in with the robot. Noirger says, yeah, that too. Okay. Yeah. I mean, technically, he was building his own, like, not just sex bot, but like, oh, what are those called? Do you remember what those are called? Real dolls? Is that it? A real doll? Like, kind of, but, but one that's, like, Okay, do you remember Fembot? For something that's maybe. Okay, do you remember the Serenity movie, which was the movie for, like, Firefly, the Firefly series? All right. Basically, it's like Mr. Universe marries his, like, this kind of robot lady, like one that he ordered, who's, like, perfect and is just kind of yeah. And that's how when I look at this, when I'm watching this, I think, it's a I think of I think of that film, and I think of that sort of, like, girl, like the real girl or real doll or whatever it is, and but except with, one that looks just like your your ex love or whatever. Oh, Headfirst Only says, or Famke Jensen in the TNG episode The Perfect Mate. Yes, I'm gonna have to, like, watch that again now. She's so cool. I really should say her name properly. It's like Famke Janssen or something. Norger says, sorry, I had lowbrow it for a second. You know what? Don't worry. Look, if you like that kind of thing, go ahead. I mean, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're fine. Okay, if you find out it's like fucking Westworld and they're actually alive and then they have real feelings and, consciousness and all those things, then yes, I would second guess that. But yeah, whatever. If that's your jam, I guess. I mean, whatever. Yeah, and so of course Rotfang was like, yeah, I want to. He's gone insane at this point. Hold on. It's the point where and he gets, like, crazy. And he's like, "Oh, I want like, I'm coming back to you, hell." And he's, like, stupid, and he's nuts, and he's, like, you could see, like, he's supposed to look super deranged. Like, crazy. And he's looking, like, super crazy, okay? And so he's like, I'm gonna get my hell back. Hell is the name of the woman who he was totally obsessed with, but she was like, nah, I don't like you like that. I'm gonna marry Yo Friederson because he's hot and he has money and he's got better hair. And it was like, yeah, okay, but he still was like, oh, I still love you. So he's, like, super obsessed. And of course, like, he wants evil robot Maria at the end. Because she's, or he wanted evil robot Maria to be, like, his like, lady friend. But instead he had to use it, for nefarious purposes. And so now he's just kind of obsessed with, with getting her back. But he doesn't understand that she was, burned alive, and that original Maria is not the one he's looking for. Like, I am not the droid you're looking for. Fuck me for saying that. I'm so sorry. Okay. Headfirst Only said, Head personally says, where did that chest of drawers come from? Was it just conveniently lying around in the street? I think they're like, yeah, let's just gather all the shit that we can. Can it burn? Can it burn? Can we set it on fire? Can we use it? Burn a witch, she's a witch. Yeah. Head first only says, but if he needed real Maria to make the copy of evil robot Maria, how is he going to make a copy of hell? Dig her up? I don't know. I feel like he hadn't thought that far, or perhaps that he was like going to like create a way to do it like without another body, or maybe he was going to like kind of just maybe like I don't know, like plastic surgery. Shit, I don't know. He could have like plastic surgery the shit out of her. I do not know. There are questions. There are holes in the plot. Yeah, but no, really though. He could have dug her up. He could have made like he had like a giant like effigy to her, a giant statue of her fucking head. He could have like just used that. I mean, technically the robot face was fairly close. So maybe he could have done a little like, stitching and sewing and like a little bit, Yeah, getting a little like plastic surgery on. I don't know. Technically it says she's a witch. Yeah, but she's our witch. Yes, she is. Norsha says, it is where I'm going to spend my afterlife. Got a nice little cottage on the sticks. Yeah, hell. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Anyway, there we go. So, what time is it? Shit. What time is it? Oh my god, is it 10:47 already? Jesus fucking Christ. What happened? I was just talking. All right. So, do you want me to play like the last bit again, or do you want me to play something else, or I don't know, or do you want to just end? Because we can do either anything you want. Because I've just been talking your face off, haven't I? I'm so sorry. I've been like waxing poetical about like fucking scoring and shit. So, yes, what would you like me to play? Play the last bit again because I need to start crying again. No problem. Okay. So I'll do it after the rapping? Alright. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go!
Maleus. Maleficarum.
I'm tearing up again. Sorry. Okay, well, yeah. Stop it. Headfirst only says, the choir is bloody glorious. Thank you. I'm working on it. Like, trying to do it right, you know? Just trying to do it right. Gunner's Recall says, always the modest one. Yeah, I can't, like, be, I can't, you know, I just gotta be, like, humble about it. And I gotta be, like, smart. And if I think I'm already there, then I won't improve. I need to remember that there's always room for improvement and that I need to become a better musician. And I want that. And, you know, yeah. Guys are so nice. Noirshai says, then walking as one behind Grill. Yeah, that's why I put his like little, I put his theme back in. So if you listen, it's his theme, but instead of like it being minor, I changed it to major, and so I changed it a little bit, and there's also a woodwind line for Yo, but his is also sort of more subdued as well, and so this is like, so I put them together and they line up. I put some of their themes together, and it's lined up, because that's how I kind of tried to sort of plan some of these things, and you know, and so you know, you get something that's familiar, but again, it's reworked into something new, so that you have like that, so that you feel the character development within them through the music. It's because the music's developed, it's changed, as are the characters. So the characters have changed, and so the music has changed, but it's the essence. The essence is still there. Does that make sense? Gunner Zeri calls us. This is how serious as I am. I'm not even typing in all caps. It's a rarity that I'm not capping everything, but damn, this is that good. Thank you. Headfirst only says wise words about the whole like trying to stay modest. Not typing in caps. That's how epic this is. Yeah. Yeah. Gunner Zeri calls us. I know, right? First watch absolutely floored me. Nice. I'm really glad you like it. I'm glad that you like how I've interpreted this, because I mean, there's so many versions. I mean, people like, they make their own versions. They're real, like, you know, versions from way back. Lots of versions. So this is just me trying to do my own kind of thing in a really, it's like all intuitive. It's just intuitive scoring. I don't really, certainly when I started out, I didn't really quite know how to go about it, because I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna try to score a film, and it's like, what am I doing? I don't know what these things mean. And so it's like, all right, I'm just gonna do something. And so what I'll do is like, I'll compose for the end credits and give it a proper kind of, you know, ending, like a proper end credit kind of theme or whatever. And then it's, you know, go back to the beginning, and I'll listen to everything and watch everything and check things and see if I need to add anything or take something away or rework something. I don't know, just to see. But I think for the most part, I'm pretty happy with how this has progressed, because and Array of Emotions said this to me. He said that the further along you get into the film, the more complex the arrangements get. And I'm like, well, that's kind of on purpose. It's not just that it's not just the arrangements that become more complex. It's the characters who become more complex. And you can start off the film by introducing their motifs, you know, and even like just their motifs are like sort of like the baseline of who they are, and they get worked and worked and worked and reworked, and you get so many different versions of the motifs. And yeah, and that's like kind of how I did it. Because it seemed like the right thing to do. Okay. Norshire says the music evolves as the character develops. Yeah, develops. Yes. So the evolution is there, not just in the film, but in the music. And so you can watch it, and you also become more and more accepting of more complex arrangements. So it gets more and more complex. It switches up a lot, and it's like, oh, this gets crazy, and then oh, there's vocals added in. Like slowly, I put it in there, and it's like, oh, you get used to it just a little bit, and then it takes you, and then you accept it, and you don't even realize how hugely different it is from that end scene compared to like bits in the beginning. It's different, but it's still the same because you've got the motifs. But it's different in how big it feels, and also in the complexity. Headfirst Only says it's the way the emotions drive the score. I think there's real genuine feeling in there. Yeah. It is. I mean these, like, you don't have to listen to dialogue to know that, you know, these characters are feeling things, and you know, obviously they're making like overreactive like faces, but I'm just gonna switch to full camera. Oops, my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, really, you're just looking at them, and you see that, like, if you're not paying attention, you won't catch things. But if you know, if you're like me and you have to keep rewatching, yeah, then it's like you see more and more that you didn't see before. And so because you're seeing more, because it's not just like what you pick up on the first watch or even on the second watch, you can put in there what you didn't catch before and make it more evident for people who are watching it, so that they don't miss those parts, and so that it's not just the music that becomes more complex, it's the film itself. You see, it's everything develops. It's the music, it's the characters, it's the film, it's the subtleties that you don't see. And this and when you see all these things, plus you think about when it was made, it just becomes that much cooler, right? I think so anyway. Anyway, shit, I think that's it for tonight. Yeah. Raja says, honestly, you see the growth in the characters maybe I never noticed before, but I first saw it when I was young and arrogant. Shit, I first saw this when I was like young and arrogant. Now I'm just arrogant. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, it's just this is art. Yeah. Headfirst Only says, I think all truly great works continue to reveal new things to us as we get older. Yes, because it's not the art that changed, it's us. It's our perspective. And because I'm like, maybe I couldn't have done this. Even if I had the same skill level, I probably wouldn't have had the insight. So it takes me this long to get to this point. But because I'm doing it at this point, I can do it with different eyes. I can with different ears, and a different perspective on what I consider good, bad, evil, you know, whatever. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So Norshai says, I want to enjoy it better now. Robin says, yeah, I agree. Headfirst Only says, yes, exactly. Gunner's Ear Recall says, I like that art doesn't change. We do. I've always loved that, though. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it art as well. Again, we're not fed the meaning. We create the meaning. And it's different for everybody. And sometimes we have things in common, but it's a unique experience. And if you don't sit down and watch the film all the way through, then you won't be able to have that. And that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Anyway, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go finish my giant thing of tea, which I haven't really drunk. But I will be back next week. Hopefully with the ending credits all finished. And yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm working on stuff. I got a lot of shit to do. But I'm happy to do it. Stay safe. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Have a good rest of the day. And wear a mask and just be safe and shit. Try not to be a dick to anybody. And yeah. And remember that I love you. Ah! I'm sorry, hitting the microphone. I'm sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I love you. Okay, that was better. Okay. Good night.